ददातु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरि ओम। Welcome to this 26th episode of Chinmaya Yoga. It has been happening since the first week of January, I think around January 16th. From then, every Sunday, this Chinmaya Yoga talk has been happening. We saw one book earlier of Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayananda ji. The book was hastened slowly, and now we are going through this book, a manual of self-unfoldment by Swami Chinmayananda. In this, we have seen address several topics that have been mentioned in this book. Today's topic is the dashboard of your life. Check your dashboard. As the title suggests, while driving a car, it is very important to have a look once in a while at the dashboard. The dashboard shows many things to us. It shows the fuel position. It shows about tire pressure. It shows about the speed that we are taking. It shows about doors being locked or seatbelt is off or on, whatever it is. All those details are shown in the dashboard. When we take a look at the dashboard and adjust whatever we need to accordingly, we are on a safe journey in the car. In the same way, there is a dashboard to our life. Especially, this dashboard is especially useful for people who are on the spiritual path, especially the study of Vedanta. Just like if you want to study MBBS, you have to write the NEET exam. If you want to study engineering, you have to write the JEE exam. Or if you want to do law, you may have to take an entrance test or exam accordingly. In the same way, if you want to enter the portals of Vedanta, then we should have 4 qualities. Out of the 4 qualities, the third quality has got 6 qualities in it. So 6 plus 3, 9 qualities we should have as a qualification to enter into the halls of Vedanta. So the dashboard is what are those 9 qualities and in what way are they going to help us on the spiritual path. So Puja Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji says, there are many branches of knowledge. Objective knowledge is there. Objective sciences like physics, chemistry, botany, biology, zoology and all those subjects. There is another branch of knowledge which is subjective. In the objective knowledge, you see the object. You see what is it under the microscope or in the thermometer or whatever we need to take a look, we see outside in the world. Through our sense organs. But subjective knowledge is about the person who is seeing through the sense organs. The person who is trying to understand something. So looking into that person is subjective knowledge. Brahma Vidya teaches us that which is the goal of all other sciences. We are here to seek the source of all life, the one reality. What is the use of all other sciences or all other streams of knowledge? We want to do something with that knowledge to provide a situation in our life, to provide the right kind of people and the right kind of circumstances and objects that may make us happy. So, happiness is arising out of something. We are yet to discover that, but we are thinking that some object is going to make me happy, some situation is going to make me happy, or some person is going to make me happy. We are seeking the goal, one single goal, which can explain not only the poverty of the poor, but also the wealth of the rich and the might of the powerful. There is somebody who's very poor. Why is that person very poor? It is not because he is helpless in the circumstances of his life. He does not have that knowledge, or he does not function from the knowledge from where all joy rises. If we are ignorant of that source of joy, then we will remain poor all our lives. For example, if there is a chocolate in my fridge and I am ignorant of the chocolate, I keep yearning for chocolate and I don't know that it is in the fridge, I'm still poor of chocolate. If I just want to be chocolate rich, then I should simply know that there is chocolate in my fridge and I can take it and eat it. It is as simple as that. In the same way, there is happiness within. I do not know there is happiness within. So I'm asking somebody for happiness. I'm looking forward to some situation to give me happiness, or I'm looking forward to wear some dress that I think I will be happy because of that, or eat some type of food which will make me happy, or see a movie because of which I will be happy. So I'm looking forward for something to be happy. Why am I looking forward? Why am I expecting? Because I really don't know that there is a wellspring of happiness. The source of happiness is lying right within me, in my own reach. Because I do not know that, I am looking for happiness outside. So this Brahma Vidya is teaching us how to look for that source. It cannot show the source to us. It cannot, the knowledge cannot do anything. If I know, I can go to a space center and wear the necessary costumes and board a satellite, board a rocket ship that can take me to outer space, I will not be able to go to outer space. That knowledge alone is not enough. I need to make the necessary preparations to imbibe that knowledge properly, and I need to take the necessary efforts that are required to make that travel to space possible. In the same way, more than the outer space that we know of is that supreme self, which is called I. To know that I, so much of effort is required, but it is a very simple fourfold qualifications. And since the third part of it has got six, we are saying nine qualifications. So the first qualification is, Gurudev says, if we analyze a little bit, we also have those qualifications. It is without that qualification, you will not be able to listen to this much in this video. So if you have listened maybe to 5 or 10 minutes that have already gone by, it means that you are endowed with those qualifications, and all we need now is to develop those qualifications and empower them so much that it can take us into the outer space of knowing the self. The first qualification is Viveka. Vivek is a very commonly given name for boys. Vivek is from the root Sanskrit word called which, V-I-C, which it is pronounced. And what is Viveka? Viveka is nothing but the power of discrimination or showing the difference between two objects. Now I know this is a bookmark and this is a cap of a water bottle. I know this is a clock and this is the microphone connected to the computer. So I'm not saying this is cap, this is cap, this is cap, and this is cap. I'm not saying that, which means I have viveka. I have the power of distinguishing between one thing and the other. But the viveka that is spoken of in Vedanta is not the power of distinguishing between objects outside us or even distinguishing between our own perceptions of the world outside or our own feelings. I am happy, I am sad, I am depressed, I am bored. Different types of feelings also we are able to distinguish. It is not only that. Intellectually also it doesn't mean I decide to do this, I have taken this decision, and because of this decision this happened. We trace a linear sequence to many of the decisions and the consequent actions and the events that have happened. It is not even that discrimination, it is not even that level of distinguishing. It is not even the body level of distinguishing of these are the eyes, these are the eyebrows, this is the forehead, this is the hair, this is the hands, these are the fingers. Not this type of physical discrimination also. This viveka is very, very subtle. It is, it is a very intangible thing. We cannot really feel what it is. It is distinguishing between what is permanent, what is impermanent, what is a true source of joy, and what does not really give me a true joy. What is the object, and what is the shadow of that object. This kind of discrimination is called viveka. According to our Adi Shankaracharya's Tattva Bodha, he describes Viveka as um, one minute. Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha Kaha. So Nitya Anitya. Viveka is distinguishing between what is permanent and what is impermanent. For a small example, in the outer world, sky is something permanent, clouds are impermanent. But when compared to our own perception, when we are waking, sky is permanent for us. But when we are asleep, sky has become absent in our perception. So even the sky is not permanent. But for giving an example of the sky and the clouds, sky is permanent, clouds come and go, they are changing. In the same way, Brahman, Adi Shankaracharya says, Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma, only one Brahman is eternal and permanent. Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Other than that Brahman, everything else means everything else. Whatever we can see, whatever we can hear, whatever we can taste, whatever we can smell, whatever we can touch, whatever we can think about, whatever we can feel. We've actually ruled out everything that we know of in this universe by these 7 items. Whatever we experience with our sense organs, and what we think and what we feel. All these are not permanent. Only Brahman is permanent. So, what is the permanent Brahman? To find out that only, the Shastras help us. With the help of the Shastras, find out what is that permanent reality, permanent truth, and seeking only the permanent is Viveka. What is Vairagya? When I seek the permanent, I withdraw myself from whatever that is impermanent. Detachment is that smartness of mind which enables us to get detached from the false, painful things. Whatever is false, it might be a physical pain. False means it is not permanent all the time. There is a person called Byron Katie. She has come up with something called the work. It is a result of her. There is maybe on the internet you can find out. As a result of her own struggle with her own mind and body for 15 years. And after that, she discovered something called the work. And she says it is something that you do every morning. The first thing that you do is the work. Begin your day with the work, she says, which is everything is based on Vairagya. So she asks, anything is troubling you, anything is hurting you, ask these 4 questions. What is it true? Is it the truth? First question. Suppose there is some pain somewhere in some part of the body. Is it the truth means Is this pain always there, or is it something that you experience once in a while? It may not be the truth because nothing can be so permanent. Then, is it the, okay, even if you say it is a truth, the next question is it the absolute truth? Always it is there, it is the absolute reality, pain is the reality of your living, or what? Then the answer will be no. Pain is not the reality because sometimes I'm joyful, sometimes I'm anxious, sometimes I'm deluded. I experience so many emotions. Once in a while, I experience pain. So it's not the absolute truth. Then, uh, what is it? In what way, if I believe in this, is it harming me? I'm experiencing something not so good, or whatever we may say, whatever answers we have, in what all ways is this affecting me? This thought and this belief that there is pain, I have pain. In what all ways is it affecting me? So you will say, I may not be able to go to office, or I may not be able to go to school. I cannot talk to somebody because I think that there is this pain. I'm not able to do something because of that, or I'm not even able to think clearly, whatever it is we may say. In what all ways is it hurting me? And the fourth question is, who am I without this? If I don't have this in my mind, who am I? I'm a very happy person. I'm a very normal person. I'm a very um, enthusiastic person. Whatever we may say, we may describe ourselves as. So, the Vairagya is, Viveka is choosing what is the truth, what is permanent. Vairagya is withdrawing from everything else that is impermanent, which means in Adi Shankaracharya again says, Ika amutra phala bhoga viragaha. Viraga means vigata raga. I don't have attachment towards something. I know I like this clock. I like the color of this clock. It is, I know it is there. I'm not attached to it. I'm not claiming it to be mine, or I'm not against it also. The clock is there, I am there, I see the clock, and maybe I smile. So that is viraga. Raga means getting attached to the clock. Wow, this clock is so beautiful. I want it. This is my clock. I will take it to my room. I will go on seeing it throughout the day. I will not give this clock to anybody. That is called attachment. So, Vairagya means in this world also, because of our thoughts, because of our words, and because of our actions, we will get results. When we get results, they will be either something we like, or something we don't like, or something that is neutral. The neutral is what is actually there throughout the day for us. Throughout the year, the results that we are getting is the neutral result. Joy and sorrow keep coming and going all the time. But when joy comes, when sorrow comes, we don't get attached to the sorrow. We don't cling on to the sorrow. Oh, sorrow, please stay with me. I love you so much. I cannot live without you. We don't say such things. When pain comes, when hurt comes, when sorrow comes, we, with great difficulty, we let it go. Even if we are not able to let it go, we don't want it, and so we allow it to go. But when joy comes, we want to experience that joy again. We are not very happy with one ice cream. Once upon a time, I eat. That ice cream has given me so much of joy. I'm not happy with that. I go for the next ice cream at the next best opportunity. Even if I get one ice cream, if another ice cream is being offered, I like to take that ice cream and eat it. There is no end to asking for things to give me joy. So, Vedanta says Vairagya is being detached to whatever objects that bring us joy, not only in this world, but also in the next. In this world, we may get joy, we may get attached to the joy, and because of that attachment, what we do is we prepare the next lifetime for experiencing that joy more and more. We get another birth, or when we go to heaven, heaven means a very happy place, a very blissful place where there is no hunger, there is no thirst. So there is no need of eating food to appease hunger. We can eat to appease our taste buds, but not for the sake of hunger. We can drink to appease our taste buds, but not because we will be thirsty. There is a place called heaven, and we go to that place when we leave the body. When the body drops and we do not have the ultimate knowledge, we will go to heaven, we will do some work there, then we will come back again into the earth and be reborn. So Vairagya is not getting very extremely attached. Even when we get the results of some work that we did, or some thoughts that we thought, or some words that we spoke, we may get the results of all that. Experiencing those results in a very calm manner, without getting agitated about it, without getting excited about it, and without wanting more and more of it, just receiving what is coming to us and experiencing that one time and allowing it to go. When we experience something completely, when it comes to us, it will not come to us again. The fact that whether something is coming to us again and again, some pain is coming, or we do something again and again, we are not experiencing that work fully. We are not experiencing that, whatever comes to us fully. When we experience it fully, meaning being with that alone in the moment, if there's some beautiful thing that has come to me, sit with that object. It can be a biscuit, it can be a chocolate, it can be an ice cream, or it can be a very beautiful experience with some person. Sit with that, be with that, and enjoy it completely. Then the experience goes away, and there is no more need for repeating that experience in us. So that is what Vairagya is all about. And then you have Shamadi Shatta Sampattihi. Shama Adi. Shama Adi means Shama, etc. So, what are the etc.? Shama, Dama, Uparati, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Shama means calmness of mind. At the level of mind itself, I don't allow a thought or a desire to come up. This thought or a desire is actually like that pipe which these children blow in beaches. They sell this. There'll be a human figure. If you blow into the pipe, the figure will become very big. If you withdraw the air, the figure will go inside and get caught in that, be inside that cup. Again, if you blow it, it will become big. So that is what our thoughts are like. So what is Shama? Instead of blowing into some desire and making it very big and following the desire and chasing the desire, you just don't blow it at all. Even if it is blown by mistake, you withdraw the desire and keep it in that mind space. Keep that desire there. There is no need to express that desire. This is called Shama. How is it practiced? With constant meditation, this Shama is possible, where all desires are exhausted and no more desires are coming up in our mind. Practice of meditation along with Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga means doing my work, doing my allotted duties with full participation, with full love, and with an attitude of offering, not identifying myself as a doer of the action, and not expecting any particular results which will give me joy through the action that I do. This is called Karma Yoga. So, by practice of Karma Yoga and Dhyana, meditation, I will attain over a period of time, Shama will happen in my life. So, if Shama is not there, if I am not able to control my thoughts, I have a desire to eat a chocolate cake, an eggless chocolate cake maybe, and I don't control the desire by removing the thought. How do we remove the thought? We have to remove the sankalpa. I want to eat a chocolate cake. is a very strong thought in my mind. When the thought is removed, how do I remove the thought? I experience the happiness of the chocolate cake that I've already eaten in the past. Completely, I experience that happiness, and I experience also the sorrow that has come after eating that, in terms of how my uh, digestive system got disturbed, or whatever it may be, the after effect of eating the chocolate cake. I experience it completely. When I experience both of this completely, the desire to eat that again, dosha drishtya muhur muhur. When I go into the dosha, when I go into the impurities, or when I go into the pain that is involved in pursuing a desire, then I withdraw from that desire easily. So if I'm not able to practice shama, the next step is dama. Dama means damana, control. If I want to see something, the desire is very strong, and that object is also in my presence, I can control myself by closing my eyes and not seeing, or removing the object away from my presence, or closing myself and shutting myself inside. So that is dama, control of the senses. The third one is uparati or uparama. Everything, all these six qualities, if you practice one with intensity, everything else follows. If you indulge in something, then you will not be able to get any of this in place. Dhamma. The third is uparama. Uparama is when I don't have any desires, and when I've controlled the disturbances from desires through my sense organs. Then I'm left with doing my own work, doing whatever I'm allowed, whatever, whether I may be working in the office, or I may be doing something at home, or I may be engaging in some conversation with somebody, or I may be cooking something. Completely give my attention to that work and have no other thought except that work in my mind. That is called uparama or uparati. Uparati means withdrawing the rays of the mind from everything else, all other thoughts, and focusing it on one thought or one action which we are taking up in the present moment is uparati. Adi Shankaracharya says, Swadharma Anushtanam Eva. Focusing on my own Swadharma, or focusing on my own duty, whatever I need to do for that particular day, that particular hour, is called Uparati. Then you have the fourth quality called Titiksha. We might have controlled everything, our mind might be in control, but still the effects of our past thoughts, past words, and past actions are still at large in this universe. And they will keep coming at their own time. They will come whenever we have released them. Accordingly, they will be coming to us at different points of time. So when they come to us, titiksha. Titiksha means um, uh, Adi Shankaracharya says in the Chudamani, Sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam chintamilaparahitam satitiksha nigadyate. Sahanam sarva dukkhanam, all kinds of disturbances, all kinds of sorrow, put up with them. Apratikara purvakam, not trying to push them away. We are not talking about not redressing them. Whatever we need to do, whatever action we need to take for removing those sorrows, the Yoga Sutra says, Heyam Dukkham Anagatam. Prevent your future sorrows. The present sorrows, you can't do anything about it except experiencing it. When, um, when the hunter has left the arrow from the bow, the arrow will go and hit the tiger. If the tiger moves and there is a cow in that place, instead of the tiger, the cow will die. So the hunter cannot do anything. He cannot go and just because the cow has come there, he cannot run and withdraw the bow, the arrow, which is gone. So what is done, done and dusted. What is happened in the past has happened in the past. For some years to come, we will definitely experience the repercussions of all our negative actions or wrong actions, thoughts and words that we have done in the past. So when they come in the form of pain. Puja, in the Bhagavatam also it is there. Puja Guruji, Swami Tejomanandaji has written a very beautiful verse, shloka, songs called Vyadishu Drishtihi. So in that he quotes from the Bhagavatam. He says, Purvajanma kritam papam Vyadhi rupena jayate. Whatever sins means whatever disturbances that have been caused from us in our past lifetimes or in the past days in the present lifetimes, in the present lifetime, it comes back to us as disease. So, what is it that we can do? We have to remain quiet, in quiet acceptance. When we accept it first, the first level of the problem is solved. Be with it rather than running away from it, rather than escaping it. If you feel a shooting pain somewhere, instead of complaining, chinta vilapa rahitam, instead of worrying about it or complaining about it, be with that. Experience it completely. When you experience it, it goes away, never to return. So that is called titiksha. And then you have the next quality called Shraddha. Shraddha means not blind faith in something. Shraddha is when I pay attention to what the Vedas, the Upanishads, and the Shastras are teaching me, and I apply that in my life, which is being explained by my Guru also. And the Guru is giving me this knowledge in my own good interest for my own well being. When the Guru is giving that, and when the Shastras are saying that, I believe that yes, this path can take me to the destination which I am seeking to attain. When I have the firm faith and belief, and I do my sadhana on a day to day basis, that is called Shraddha. So, this is a very important quality for attaining that state of self realization. When even allopathy medicines these days, many doctors say, even in those days they used to say, at least for Ayurveda, Siddha, homeopathy, Unani, naturopathy, and such medicines, you need faith. But here, even now, many people who are admitted in hospital and they are not getting cured, the doctors say he is not allowing himself to get cured. He is not allowing the healing to happen. What is preventing the healing to happen? The thought that no, this is not going to work. My situation is going to be degrading now. I am not going to get better. That thought is called ashraddha. When I have shraddha, wow, this doctor is so good. Everything has happened so well. Everybody is taking good care of me. All this ashraddha is the reason why there are so many medical cases that are happening. When even if the doctor is giving all the best attention, somewhere in some place, not maybe so much in India, but abroad, somewhere, some place, we want to find fault with the doctor for giving the kind of treatment that he has given. And so, with Shraddha, I will be able to attain that self. In the Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna says, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. The one who has Shraddha is sure to attain that knowledge of the self. And then you have the next one is Samadhanam. Samadhana means the state of samadhi where the mind is completely quiet. Shama means one thought comes, I control that thought. It is not that thought by thought control. There is no question of any thought rising in the mind at all, any desire rising in the mind. The mind is very quiet at all times. Nothing of the outer world can impact the mind. Nothing of my thoughts can agitate the mind. That is a state of samadhana. Samyak adhiyate manaha, where the mind is well rooted in consciousness. It does not rise from that state at all. It is a state of no mind, if you can say that, samadhana. So these are the 6 Sampattis. Sampatti means samyak pannaha, something that has fallen completely with me. Sampat means wealth. When you say Lakshmi Sampat or Santana Sampat, whether they have lots of children or lots of money or lot of land, whatever it has come and fallen in that person. In that person's presence, this experience is happening completely. That's called Sampatti. So these six qualities are called Shatkar Sampattihi. And the fourth of the Sadhana Chatushtaya is called Mumukshutva. Mumukshutva means, may I attain liberation. That desire must be there. We can do away with all the desires of the world. We can just retain one desire. May I attain liberation. Because that liberation is not going to come and seek us. Even in the Vishnu Sahasranama, this is Vedanta go brahmanasyat kshatriyo vijayi bhavet vaishyo dhanas samruddhasyat shudra sukhamavapnuyat dharmarthi prapnuyat dharmam arthati archattamavapnuyat kamanavapnuyat kami prajarthi chapnuyat prajam bhaktimanya sadottaya shuchistat kadamanasah. So whatever we ask, that we get. When we go to Bhagavan, we pray in the temple, we ask for this and that, this object and that object. But rarely do people ask for moksha, because they have a very wrong idea that moksha means that's the end of my life. It is not the end of life. It is the beginning of a very joyful life. Moksha, if you want to understand what is moksha, in financial terms, moksha is like having crores and crores in the bank, lots of food in the kitchen, all facilities, a very beautiful house or many houses from which we are also getting rent, and many vehicles, lots of money, lots of freedom to spend the money. It is all my own money and I don't have too many desires to spend the money. So that is the state of moksha. So in that, you can apply that for every field of life, where you have whatever you want in very large quantities abundantly, and you don't really need to do something to acquire them, to hoard them or store them. Everything is taken care of you. You are a very blissful and happy person because your financial situation is completely taken care of for you, and you are really super rich. Whatever you want to do, you can do. Wherever you want to go, you can go. Whichever country you want to go, whatever time you want to go, you have your own private helicopter, whatever it is. In that case, how you will experience your abundance? That is financial moksha, financial liberation. Now, moksha in life means I have a very healthy life, I have a happy life, I have a long life ahead, I'm very young, dynamic, active, and I don't have any desires for my own. I am just available for whatever needs to be done, whatever work that needs to be done for the well being and welfare of society. I am available to take it up. I can take it up or I can leave it, whatever it is. I am very free because I don't have any desires for myself, and I have in abundance whatever I really want to have. That is the state of moksha, and that state of joy and happiness, the sadhana chatushtaya, which are the qualifications for knowing who I am. When I know who I am, I attain moksha. So to attain that state of liberation, I should have that desire. So viveka, vairagya, shama, tishatka sampattihi, meaning shama, dhamma, uparamas, titiksha, shraddha, samadhanam, and then mumukshutva. We saw these four qualities. Puja Guruji Swami Tejomananda ji always says, these qualities are like, you should keep them like your dashboard in your life. In your life, whenever something goes wrong, check your dashboard. When you check your dashboard, is my viveka okay? Is my vairagya okay? Is my shamadhi shatka sampattihi? What do I really need to accumulate right now? Whether I need titiksha, whether I need shraddha, or whether I need samadhanam, whether I need to focus on my work. All these 6 things check, and then put your checklist And then mumukshutva. What is my desire for? Am I desiring freedom, or am I desiring that these people should praise me, or this thing should happen, that thing should happen? When I check my dashboard, my life is on the super highway of liberation. I drive very fast at top speed when all the parameters in my dashboard are where they should be and showing the right direction. Om ॐ ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु, सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु, सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसोर्मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम. बोले श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. Hari Om. Meet you again next week on Chinmaya Yoga.